10, 20, 30 years ago, you didn't have to know every instrument. You could know the guitar, you could know how to play the bass or like the drums, and that would be enough for you to become a musician. Today, if you want to be a self-sufficient musician, you need to know how to play every single instrument you want to sound in your production. And you gotta know the production itself. And in this video, we're gonna discuss what specific skills you need to become a modern, independent musical artist. And by the way, I'm Vadusha, and I'm the greatest expert in musical art in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. First things first is your musical instruments. You gotta know how to play the guitar if you want the guitar to be in your mix. As well as the bass. You need to learn how to play the bass. You gotta learn the basic shapes. You need to learn to slap. Any sound you want to produce with the bass, you gotta have in your skill set. Of course, you need to learn how to play the keyboards because that's the way you automate your MIDI. And this will also make you know the chord shapes and harmonies to embrace the entire musical spectrum. If you want brass instrument or harp or violin or any other less popular instrument, you gotta learn that as well. And of course, if you want to produce a song, you need to learn how to sing, so vocals is also on your skill list. The drums! I nearly forgot the drums. Of course, you gotta learn. It's not that you're gonna be playing the drums, you're gonna be programming them most of the time, but you sure have to know how the drums function, what the kick does, what the snare does, what the cymbals do, all of that, and how it all combines in a mix. Even if you're programming drums, it's good to know how the actual drum kit works. But wait, there's more! Once you have all of your instruments and you're confident you can play them, you gotta record them, and for that you need to know how to record. So the entire production cycle is something you gotta master. First of all, it's working with the DAW, the interface, the plugins, the everything you need to actually make it work, to make sounds. Come in, record, processed, mixed, mastered, and then to come out. This will also require you to master the microphones so that you know how it functions, what cables to connect, where it goes into, how it amplifies, how to reduce noise, and all of that. Also, MIDI controllers, one of the key things in modern production. Sometimes it's tedious to click the mouse to figure out every position of every MIDI note, so sometimes it's easier to actually play the MIDI keyboard, to program the notes as if you're playing them live. And that's where you gotta start learning the sound design things. You gotta know how a synthesizer works, the waveforms, the effects, the oscillators, all of that. And of course, all the effects and the plugins, the reverbs, the compressors, the maximizers, the stereo enhancers, emulators, synths. You gotta master them all if you want to have a good mix. And mixing is another thing. You gotta learn how to make things loud or quiet or balanced, or bring them to the front of the mix, bring them to the back of the mix, widen them up, bring them to the middle. All of that is a skill. When you've mixed your track, you gotta master it, so some more plugins, some more effects. And most importantly, you need to understand the process flow and why you're doing every of those little steps. But wait, there's even more! Once you've rendered your master file, you gotta publish it if you want to become a successful musical artist. This does not guarantee you'll become one, but still, you won't become a successful musical artist unless you publish your music. And that includes some graphic design as well, because you need to come up with album covers to submit your work to any of the music streaming platforms. And by the way, you gotta know the music distribution channels, all of the streaming like DistroKid or things like that, or how to contact a label that'll distribute that for you. But this is not enough. There's of course some more things you gotta learn. You gotta promote some of your art, for sure. Some social media presence will require filming and editing and video and audio production in this respect. Also social media marketing, so that you know how to schedule your content, how to engage the audience, how to write texts. And if you thought that's it, it's not. If you're getting successful, chances are you get to perform live, and that's another skill set. It's everything from public speech, presenting, overcoming the fear of the stage, maybe some acting basics and improv. And to make that happen, probably you might need some booking and managing skills. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope I did not scare you away from trying to become a musical artist. But that's about the skill set you gotta have if you want to make it all on your own. Probably a good choice here would be to together a team that'll help you do these things. But especially starting out, you don't really have a team, so you gotta learn these things all by yourself. That's the scope, and thank you for watching the video till the very end and not skipping any bit of it, because it helps the channel grow, because it tells YouTube it's time to promote the video. And most importantly, it makes me happy. Please like the video if you liked the video. Please subscribe if you have a heart. And I wish you to master all of these skills with ease to become as successful as you need, because you're awesome. Yes, you are.